All right, it's that time, y'all. It is Friday now. We are past the time that we normally come in it's Saturday. We usually come in on 5 o'clock, but it's okay. We have to fill our bellies. It's a lot going on, especially in the world of politics. Okay, and there's some wonderful things we want to talk about today, and we'll do that right after this here. Oh yeah, welcome in H-Town. You are now tuned in to The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 7:45. I'm your host, J.R. Wilson, alongside me, Ping Wilson, my father, and we are coming to bring you some hot, sizzling stuff today. It's time for y'all to open up your ears, close your mouth, and listen in to what The Solid Grip has to say. Now, before we go further, there's a few things you need to know. First, before you do anything, if you have not already done so, subscribe to this channel. All right, hit that little bell so you don't miss a thing from The Solid Grip. You see what's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Like, subscribe, comment, and share this with your people, with your partners, with your family. Also understand that this show is the flavor for your wings, the barbecue sauce for your ribs, and the sugar for your Kool-Aid, not your tank. Don't get it twisted nor misconstrued. So we're going to get fresh off into this thing. Pop, how you doing over there, man?
Doing great, Rich. It's been one of those weeks, man, a stress-filled week and stuff, but it's been a good week, man. It's been a victory-filled week for me, man. And so, yeah, I just thank God, man, for bringing me through it, man, because, you know, oftentimes, man, in our life, man, we look around, man, and we wonder where are the people? Where are your friends? Where are your family? But you know what? God is always there, man. And so
Right.
he's always, sometimes you have to say, Lord, you all I got, but you all I need.
Yeah, in light of what's taking place here recent, obviously we know that Joe Biden is the president-elect. Now, here's the thing. I don't agree with a lot of the things of that party or the other party for that matter, but it is good to see that an African-American woman has taken a seat of power, basically second in command. When you're talking about this country, it's good to see that. It was good to see Barack Obama when he took it. I don't always have to agree, but it's still nice to see it. As far as the views are concerned, me not agreeing doesn't have anything to do with, you know what I mean, what's taking place in its historical value. So it's definitely good to see that, Pop. I don't know if it's something, man, you wanna share on that, man, but
well,
if
yeah,
it is, go ahead.
Let me just say this, man. Obviously, we are a divided nation. You're talking about 75 million people voted for Joe Biden and another 70 million voted for Donald Trump. And so we all wounded. And the only way we're going to be healed is we got to come together, and God has to be at the conference table.
Right.
You know, we can't go around and looting and riding and mad and we got to come together in love. I mean, nobody gets everything they want in life.
Right.
Okay? But if we come together and we put God first and stuff, he'll heal our wounds, okay? And he will heal this nation. Right. He said it in his word. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and turn from their evil ways, then will I hear from heaven, forgive them of their sins, and heal their land. And so we need healing tonight. And so I wish everybody out there, if you didn't vote for, if you voted for Kanye West, anybody else and stuff, we need to come together as a nation if we're going to get healed, and we got to put God first.
Yeah, man. I couldn't agree with that more, Pop. You already know where I stand on that, being a man of the cloth as well with you. Look, I'm a believer in Romans chapter 13 that there's no man that's put in any position of authority without God putting them there. So to me, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I know that, and I'll speak briefly on this. I know that a lot of Christians voted Republican, and I know they voted Republican because of the Equality Act. Has a lot of things that that are against things of God, like abortion and many other things that I won't get off into. But at the end of the day, I think that Christians have to understand and know that even though our liberties are might be taken with the Equality Act, as far as Christian schools, as far as silence in churches, things of that matter, taking away homeschool. Look, Constantine, if you know anything about Constantine, was probably the worst thing and the best thing that happened to the church, because before Constantine, the church was severely persecuted, and there were people dying left and right. If you ever get a chance, read the Fox Book of Martyrs, and I'm telling you, it's a tough read because it's a whole lot of folk dying, but the church was being persecuted. And when Constantine came, he made Christianity, basically legal to do, and Christians stopped being persecuted, but it made us relaxed for so many years. So if you have somebody coming in and this Equality Act so-called is going to take away the liberties Christians have had for 2,500 years or whatever, or 2,000 years rather, then I mean, maybe it's time. You know what I mean? Maybe it's time to see who's a real Christian and who's a nominal Christian. And so, in due time, we'll be able to see that. But that's my little quick. Go ahead, Pop.
Let me say this, Rich, real quickly. I'm trusting and I'm believing that, that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are people of God. I'm believing that we're gonna get prayer back in school. I'm believing that even in your public schools, you will have some sort of religious study. So that's what I'm believing for. And trust me, if God is at the center of this thing, I think it'll happen.
Well, we definitely gonna find out. I think one thing, when a president is elected, we always are going to find out what their views is and how they carry those out. And so in the coming days, we will see for sure, man. So, but yeah, man, without further ado, Pop, man, let's come in here and do what we do, man. Regardless of what divisions the United States of America has, man, we're still united. You know what I'm saying? Whether our views are different, I might like yellow, you might like blue, but we like colors. So yeah, man, let's get off into this, man. So here's the thing, man. I'm completely and utterly livid with Major League Baseball, with the Boston Red Sox, with Alex Cora, because, man, he's a snake. I'm going to just be honest and say it like that. He's a snake. I don't like people that do something wrong and don't come out and just say what it is that they did. Be candid. You've been caught. Don't come out trying to shine light on yourself, in a good light on yourself, if you was a part of something that was scandalous. Just be like Carlos Correa. That's why I call him Los Correa now, because he came out, he owned what we did here in the city of Houston as far as cheating is concerned in Major League Baseball. He owned it. He said we did it. He said that we was wrong. He was ready to move on from that point. Okay, I didn't like how Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve handled it, to be completely honest with you. I didn't like that. You need to just come out and say what it is. You know what I mean? I don't really go for apologies. Don't apologize. Tell me that you're wrong if you wrong me. You know what I'm saying? Because apology actually comes from the Greek word apologia, which comes from 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15, which means to create a defense for something, right? So when you apologize and you're not telling me you was wrong for what you did, there's some type of justification behind, and there's no responsibility or accountability that's taken in the situation. And so when it comes to Alex Cora, Pop, he got his job back with the Boston Red Sox. Okay, I'm happy you got a job, but there's a few things that I don't understand, and maybe you can help me understand them. And I don't know, maybe you don't have an understanding for it either, but I definitely don't. And shout out to the people that are viewing, man. Y'all share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. So here's the thing. What'd you fire him for? If you were gonna pick him back up, what did you fire him for? What kind of stance were you taking as an organization letting him go? Right? Was it the pressure of the fans or the pressure of the media that you let him go and then pick him back up? What'd you think was gonna happen when you picked him back up? Okay, you let your best player go, right, to an arch nemesis of every team that's in the AL, in the Los Angeles Dodgers, who, might I add, won the World Series just a couple of weeks ago with Mookie Betts, right? And I don't understand what they're doing over there in Boston, man. That city has been known to have their stuff together. And I Pop, for the life of me, I don't understand this move, man. If you was going to if you were going to pick him back up, why let him go in the first place? I would love to hear your take on that, Pop.
Well, very seldom do a team or any organization or company fire somebody and bring them back. Now, I can go back in the 70s. The Yankees fired Billy Martin 3 times and brought him back 3 times, okay? But Billy Martin was fired because he and George Steinbrenner didn't get along, or he might have said something he shouldn't have said, or maybe even was out at a New York strip club getting drunk, but not caught cheating, okay? Not only was he caught cheating for the Red Sox, he was the instigator of the cheating with the Astros. So it was only Major League Baseball telling these owners, hey, listen, fire these guys, make it look good to the media, make it look good to the fans, and hey, if you want to hire them back, that's on you. There was rumors out there that if Dusty Baker had not made the run that he made, that the Astros was going to hire AJ Hinch back. Okay? And so, I mean, I know that would have looked bad, especially for the city of Houston, but hey, man, again, that's the way that some of your major league franchises and sports run. That if it's somebody out there and they love them, then hey, they'll stick with them through thick and through thin. Life's not like that. In the real world that we live in and stuff, if you lose your job, if I lose my job for something that I did that was against company rules or against the laws of the land and stuff, I'm not getting that job back. Not the same job, not that same job. I may go to another state and get that same job, but not get that same job back. So that what Major League Baseball did was just window dressing to quiet the fans down for a minute, to quiet the media down for a minute, and now it's business as usual.
Yeah, it is what it is. I would have said the same thing if the Astros would have did that to AJ Hinch. I think it's a foolish decision. I would have liked to see Hinch stay here. I didn't understand the firing in the first place, right? Jim Crane is a fraud, right? Why would you? He didn't come out. You're an owner. You're a billionaire. You're an owner of a Major League Baseball organization, and you wouldn't even come out and be completely honest about what happened. And I'm not trying to rehash what happened there, but I would have had the same words for Jim Crane had he had done something as foolish as the Red Sox did with this whole Alex Cora thing, man. Now, look, I'm happy the man got a job, right? I'm happy AJ Hinch got a job with the Detroit Tigers. Congratulations. But I'm not talking about them in particular. I do think Alex Cora is a snake. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I feel the same way about him that I feel about the general manager that we let go too. He should have been let go. Who recently had an interview out, just really trying to shine light on his goodness. I don't like that, man. I don't like it at all. I really don't, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and share this link. So, man, look, it is what it is. He got a job. Good for him. I just don't agree with how they handled that situation. And I don't know if I really understand it, but you're right, Pop. It's business as usual, man. So we're going to do our business as usual, man, and move right along, man. Katy High School, prestigious high school in the city of Houston and metropolitan area. I'm sure most of you who get an opportunity to watch this, and again, those who watching, thank y'all, man. Share this link with your people. You know about Katy High School. Katy High School and North Shore are two of the most infamous high schools in the city of Houston metropolitan area. They win championships, back to back. I don't know how many they have over the last 25 years, but I'd be willing to bet you it's a whole lot of them. So anyways, Katy loses to a high school, man, I've actually delivered to several times in Tompkins, Katy Tompkins High School. Now, let me say this, Pop. This was probably a shocking loss to them, but it's not a shocking loss to me, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Katy High School has monopolized the city of Katy for so many years, but Katy is blowing up. It is booming, especially Firethorn. Those of y'all that live out there, you already know what I'm talking about. Firethorn is blowing up, and Katy's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's stretching out further and further and further, all the way out to Brookshire. Okay, and it's constantly growing. And right there around the Tompkins area, you have a lot of kids who grew up especially right there in Celtic Terrace, who grew up and went to the middle school, went to the high school, and they have talent. The people over there have money to send their kids to camps to learn the fundamentals, and
Exactly.
they're not gonna do nothing but get better. Seven Lakes over there as well. Seven Lakes is right around the corner,
Right.
and Katy is not able to monopolize the same way they was before because you got new money over there. You
New
know what I
money.
mean? You got new money, so it's a political thing. So I'm not shocked by it, Pop, but I'd love to hear your take on it.
Well, I'm shocked simply because Tompkins is such a new school, and you know, I don't know the Katy area. I went out there driving Uber, man, and you know, I was thinking like, where am I, man? Am I in Los Angeles somewhere? I mean, they've got a stretch of highway out there that looks like a space needle or something, man. I mean, they call it something, I can't think of the name of it, but it is incredible out there. Now, here's the deal. If you go back to some of our earlier shows, we talked about the two kids from Katy, one of them being Bobby Thompson Jr., who father played in the National Football League, set out the first couple of games and stuff because of the situation with George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter situation, okay? So,
Right.
but they were back. They were back, and the quarterback at Tompkins, name skips me right now, he had committed to the University of Texas. But after he started blowing up, man, he decommitted, and he's committed to Alabama. Because we have another Jalen Hurts. So, hey, man, you probably got to go back 10 or 15 years to find where Katy lost a district football game. Usually
Right.
when Katy rose into the playoffs, they're undefeated, number one in the state, number one or two in the nation.
Right.
And hey, man, either looking to play either Manville or North Shore for the regional championships. And usually that's the state championships because whoever win that game usually would go on and win the state championship. So, man,
Right.
I mean, I'm just blown away that you got another community or other communities that are within this Houston area that are within the Katy area that's now can line up and match Katy man for man and beat them in football.
Yeah.
Man, that's incredible, man. That
Yeah,
is
because
truly
Katy can't
incredible.
grab they're used to being able to grab that talent from different
Exactly.
places and sections around Katy. But now you got new
Exactly.
money over there. They like, nah, we're not going
Exactly.
over there. We gonna go right here.
We're
Okay.
gonna go
And this
right
is what
here.
we're gonna do. But there was something you
Exactly.
said we need to deal with. We can't move past this. You mentioned Jalen Hurts, and I want to ask you this question, man. It's a real question. Okay.
Okay.
I really, really like Carson Wentz. Okay, but he is struggling beyond struggle this year. When are they gonna put my man Jalen Hurts in the game? Pop, will it happen this season? What do you think?
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna ever happen.
Yeah.
That was a gimmick move, man, and it hurts me because there are other teams out there, okay,
Right.
that Jalen Hurts could go in and be the number two quarterback and have a real legitimate chance to fight for the number one position. You're right.
Right.
Hurts has been garbage this year, okay? But what does Hurts get? He get a cameo appearance. He'll get in and you know when at the quarterback position, he's probably gonna run the ball. I think he's probably thrown 5 passes. Okay,
Right.
remember he threw one against Pittsburgh. Most of the time, he's running from a slot back position or Y or X. You know, in other words, it's just a gimmick for them. They won't
Yeah.
ever get rid of Wentz, especially then Wentz just signed a big contract. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, man.
Yeah.
I would love to see them trade him. I would love to see him ask for a trade because if not, he'll be sitting on the bench 3 years from now and stuff when his contract up, and then maybe then he can go somewhere as a free agent because the young man can play. The young
Yeah.
man can play. Okay, like I said, I mean, there's no way that a young man leaving high school in Houston, Texas, where he ran the football, went to Alabama, where he ran the football, and he goes to Oklahoma and leads the nation in total offense. Hey,
Right.
man, the guy can play. And if the
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles not gonna give him a chance, then hey, somebody else should.
And I tell you what, I'm willing to bet you my bottom dollar the trend of the NFL, the way it's going, getting these speedy players that can throw the football. I would not be
Exactly.
surprised in the offseason, man,
Right.
if somebody, made a trade for him, maybe a late round pick or something like that, fourth or
Exactly.
fifth. Especially if they're gonna stick with Carson Wentz, man. So I mean, just a little side note, man. You mentioned them. I thought that, we need to deal with that a little bit, man. But man, let's come on back down south, man, where it's hot all year long. And that's Houston, Texas. Yeah. I ain't lying, man. Boy, Houston will tease you out here because you'll be out here. Last week, it's the lows of in the 40s, in the highs in the 60s. And come on, have some mercy on the especially Louisiana, because they've been getting tapped up. They got another storm headed their way, man. It's just incredible, man. So, but yeah, the Texans, man, they had a little scare. They had somebody who caught the coronavirus, who contracted the virus or tested positive for it. Rather, that's how they worded it politically correct. Jacob Martin, in whom we traded from Seattle when we traded Jadeveon Clowney over there, which was a clown move. But I like Jacob Martin, actually. I wish that we would let him rush off the edge a little more than he does, but he's kind of like a specialty edge rusher. We put him in, when they're third and long or something like that. And subsequently, he usually gets to the quarterback, whether it's a sack or a hurry or a hit. He usually gets there, man. But he tested positive for COVID-19, and he was in contact with many of the linebackers. And so you have Whitney Merciless. He's gonna be out, which is probably good anyway, because he's trash. And then somebody else. Is it Brennan Scarlett? I don't know if it's Brennan Scarlett. It's somebody else. Dylan Cole is gonna be out. Okay, so you talking about our speedy linebacker. You talking about our outside linebacker who at least, does a little something or whatever. But I'm excited about this. Not that they got COVID. I hope they have a speedy recovery. But I'm excited that Jonathan Grenard, who we got in the third round out of the University of Florida, I'm excited to see him get more reps. I'm excited to see Ross Blacklock get more reps. Going into an offseason when you're trying to make a transition from college football into the NFL does not bode well for you if you don't have an off season to, one, learn the defense or learn the offense, whatever it is that you're doing. Two, get acclimated to being an NFL player and the speed of the NFL. So many things that are entailed in becoming an NFL player, and they didn't get a chance to do that. But you're going to get about 65 to 75 plays, and we're going to see what you're made of, Pop. So I think at this point, man, we know that, we going for broke. We got nothing to lose. So I'm excited to see some of these rookies be able to come in and get an opportunity to play.
Well, Rich, I wasn't sure you guys had enough linebackers to line up tomorrow, but you guys will have at least 3, right?
Yeah, we'll have at least 3, man. And if not, man, Romeo Cornell or somebody can go in there. They couldn't do no better than what the defense is doing right now. I ain't lying, man. This is the worst defense we've ever had since we've been there. I mean, it's horrible. And look, I've called Sports Radio 610 with In the Loop with John Lopez and Landry Locker, and I have told them several times, because everybody is just so hyped up about what's his name, Justin Reed. He's not a good football player, man. He is not a good football player. I'm tired of saying this. I'm gonna keep saying it. And they had to eat crow last week because Landry Locker said, JR, the UPS guy, because that's what I call myself when I call in, he's not big on Justin Reed. And man, Justin Reed did not make it. He didn't make a case for himself in the last game he played. He's not a good football player. He makes good plays here and there, but he's not a good. He's trash in coverage. He's trash in bump and run. He's not very good at that at all. His tackling is trash. What do you need him for? Because he has good diction and can articulate himself well. So could Brock Osweiler. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, Pop. So yeah, man. But unless you got something else to say on that, man, I'm really done, and I'm ready to get into the fun part. And y'all, look, at some point in time, I am going to learn how to put some music on here, that so we can, get in here. By the way, Clemson is getting thrashed right now, and I'm just dumbfounded by it, man. They getting thrashed, man. But they were saying the money line, man, Vegas, they always know something, man. They some savants out there, man. They know. Right. They didn't necessarily pick Notre Dame to win this game, but I want to say the money line was like -3. With everybody else, it's they gonna win by at least 2 touchdowns. So, I would Notre Dame, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can really say it's in conference, even though I know Notre Dame is not technically the ACC. They like a quasi de facto ACC organization, man. So they play Clemson, Pittsburgh, University of Miami, teams like that every year, man. So, but yeah, man, let's do what we do, man. All right, and get into these week 9 predictions, man. Probably, my most favorite part of the show, man. But yeah, Pop. So let's get into it. I don't have my icons lined up today, man, because I'm still fat fool over here. Forgive me, Lord, I was a gluttonous today on that risotto. Yeah, man. So let's get straight off into this. Let's start with the first game, which is going to be the trashiest game of the week. Texans versus the Jaguars. Who you got in this game, Pop?
I'm gonna go to Texas, man. I think they'll get their second win. I think the Jaguars are starting either a rookie quarterback or a first or second year guy and stuff, and I don't think it'll be as easy as it should be because they're playing in Jacksonville and stuff, and although they won't be in the fans in the stands and stuff, Jacksonville has a tendency to play pretty decent at home. So I go with the Texans by a touchdown.
Did y'all hear that? It ain't gonna be that easy. Even though a guy named Jake Luton, right, who came out of James Madison College, who nobody knows, he gonna carve that trash defensive hours up all day, every day. Okay, I'm picking the Texans to win, but only by a field goal. They gonna have to fight through this game. This is going to be their second win of the season out of the 5 that I said that they will win this year. This is going to be the second one. Okay. Texans win this game by 3 points. Okay. All right. Steelers versus the Cowboys. Pop, who you taking?
We should win this one, Rich. I mean,
y'all hear that humility? Y'all hear that humility? Yo, we should win this one, Rich.
I'm gonna stay humble, man. Hey, it's called football for a reason, okay? So
okay.
Yeah, I go with the Steelers by a touchdown, man.
All right, boy. I tell you what, man. Well, I tell you, y'all don't know, man. My old man is a Steelers fan to the core, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he over there, yeah. We got to go out there. We got to play some ball, any given Sunday. Okay, so I'm just, I got to mess with you, man, because y'all about to blow Dallas out the water, man. Don't nobody know who the quarterback is, not even Jerry. Nobody know that quarterback, man. Boy, he's so trash. They played him last game, man. I mean, he looked horrible, man. I mean, the epitome of, oh, no, you know what I'm saying? So, whoo. I'm gonna say this real quick, man. There's a guy from Dallas, man. The last game they lost when Dak was there, punched his TV, threw it down on the ground, pulled his pistol out, and shot the TV, man. You know what I'm saying? So they pissed off up there in Dallas. Oh, I can't say that I'm mad about it in any kind of way, man. Dallas is gonna get thrashed. This gonna be a high scoring game, man. I'm going 43. I'm going 43-10. Okay. No, 9. Dallas ain't gonna score no touchdowns. They're gonna kick 3 field goals. All right. So all right, man. Broncos versus Falcons. Pop, who you taking?
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think they kind of turned it around. I hope so anyway and stuff. Although the Broncos shocked me last week and stuff, but I'll go with the Falcons in this one.
Yeah, the Broncos are sneaky. I don't want to say good, but they're sneaky. Let me say that. They're sneaky. But I definitely think the Falcons win this game. I think it'll be a good game, but I think the Falcons will pull it out. They'll probably win by, 4 or 5 points, man. They'll score the last touchdown of the game, man, and end it. So, all right, man, this is probably the game of the week in my eyes, man. But the Seahawks versus the Bills, who you taking?
Hey, man, I'm going to live and die with namesake, man. I mean, Ken Folk has been doing it, and I know the Bills are kind of rebounded after losing 1 or 2 games and stuff, but I'm gonna stay with Ken Folk to win this one.
Yeah, I got to go with Ken Folk too, Pop. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they're being relegated back to the place in which they belong, which is, kind of middle of the pack. You can see that Josh Allen had a great first 4 games, but he's coming back into that quarterback that came out of Wyoming, man, and it's shedding light on that real clear. All right, man. The Bears versus the Titans. This is going to be a great game right here, I think, man. But who you taking?
You know what, man, I'm gonna go with the Bears. I don't know why. Seems like the Titans and the quarterback from Texas A&M and as formerly of the Miami Dolphins has come back to reality and stuff, and he's playing like he should instead of the $100 million quarterback that the money that he got. So I believe that Bears pass rush gonna get all over him, and I look for them also to be able to stop the run. Close game, Bears by 3.
Yeah, Pop, I have to agree with you, man. Something is going on with the Titans, man. I can't quite put my finger on it. They haven't been running the ball as well as they were. Even though Derrick Henry had a solid game. He had like 18 carries for 110, which is solid. But it doesn't seem like the offense is really igniting the way that they were in the beginning of the season. And that Bears defense is truly the truth, man. You know what I mean? They're a beast, man. So I'm gonna take the Bears to win. I think by 3 is good. All right. Ravens versus the Colts. Who you taking?
Another good game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Leonard's back, the linebacker. I think he'll be spying Lamar Jackson. And hey, man, let's face it. We talked about this last summer. You know, some young whippersnapper come out of Harvard and stuff, and done been hired every team in the league. How do you stop Lamar Jackson? I mean,
right.
I think the recipes out there and stuff. We did it, and I think Indy's defense is just as good as ours and stuff. And I think Leonard, if he's not the best middle linebacker in the league, he's certainly won't take too many to call the roll. So I'm gonna go with the Colts in this one in a tight game, 3-point game to win it.
You know, and I'm not saying just for the sake of the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. But we talked about this, like you said. Lamar Jackson has 11 interceptions right now. He leads the league in interceptions. Okay. And it's showing big time. That run is still beastie. Like it's very difficult.
Right.
But he doesn't have the same complement of run that he had last year. And he's having to be a quarterback because they got that film. And he's having to throw that ball a lot more often. And they don't have the 3 tight ends they had last year because they traded one of them, I think, to Atlanta. Okay. So it's not the same offense.
One of the things we did, we went with 7 when we knew it was sure passing situations. We went with 7 defensive backs. Okay, we took a couple hours safeties and put them down in the box. Okay,
right.
And in one particular, Edmonds to spy on him and stuff, and then let the other guys play a combination of man and zone and stuff. And like I say, man, we had him confused all night long, man, all day long. So
yeah. If you can figure out a way how to slow that RPO down, you can beat them, man. You really can. Because here's the thing: they don't have, they don't have a guy from Orange, man. That's back in the defensive backfield anymore. You know what I mean? They don't have him back there anymore, so they're lacking big time in the secondary, and that's huge.
Yeah.
And Marcus Peters, he's a good corner, man, but he's so doggone risk taking. He'll pick one off and take it to the house. But man, he'll give up a big play too, man, because he tries to jump the ball too much, and it's not intact. It's not intact, and it's coming to loose, and it's coming to loose slowly, but it's coming to loose, man. I'm definitely gonna take the Colts in this one. I think it'll be a buzzer beater though. It'll be a buzzer beater, man.
Rich, they activated the former Dallas receiver from Lufkin, Texas, that they signed on the practice squad.
Dez Bryant.
Dez Bryant. They activated him.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So they, wrong team. He's with the wrong team, man. Because Lamar Jackson is not a thrower, man. He's really not a thrower of football, man. So many people even Clint Sterner, man, was just effusive in his praise. And I'm like, come on, Clint, you know better than this, man. You came out the system. You came out of with Dick Olin, man. You know better. And it's the same praise he gives to Ryan Tannehill. It's only working because the run is working. Ryan Tannehill is not finna go out there and beat you with his arm. He's not about to do it. It's not about to happen. If he don't have Derrick Henry, he is nothing. Now, you imagine if somebody like Deshaun Watson had a Derrick Henry, we'd be putting up 40 weekly.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
I mean, that play action would be dangerous, lethal. Okay, so, yeah, man, definitely. All right, man, Panthers, Chiefs. Who you taking, Pop?
Chiefs rolling, man. And like I say, when Patrick Mahomes can say throw 15 passes and they still win by 20 points and stuff, then they got it going on. So yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, they doing well in that city, man. They have built on all three sides of the ball, man. Offense, defense, special teams. That game you talking about, man, they had a return for a touchdown, Miko Hardeman, man. And I mean,
Right.
it's so much speed on both sides of the ball. They are rolling. They gonna steamroll the Panthers. Although I do like Teddy Bridgewater, and he's playing really good football this year, he doesn't have enough for sustainability against the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs by a touchdown. All right, Lions and Vikings. Who you taking?
The Vikes seem like they got their act together, man. Although the Lions are just so dangerous, man. So, I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this, but it wouldn't shock me if the Lions won this game. But I'm gonna go with the Vikes.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on there. This is a division game, and here's the thing: Detroit Lions are really silently scary, man. That offense is silently. I mean, Matthew Stafford's always been a formidable quarterback, but
right.
I mean, man, they are kind of lethal this year, man. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take the Lions in this game, man, by a field goal. I don't like Kirk Cousins. The only way he works is with Dalvin Cook. You know what I mean? If that run game ain't working, especially in Kubiak's system, he can't do nothing. And if they find any way to slow Dalvin Cooks down, yeah, the Vikes are in trouble, man. I'm taking the Lions by 3 in this game. All right, Pop. The Giants versus the Washington football team. Who you taking?
You know, man, the Giants have been so close. I mean, they should have beat Tampa Bay, but gosh, man, the Redskins may be even worse. So I'll go with the Giants in this one.
Yeah, this is to me, man. This is a hard pick because I got a guy, man, who's a big time Giants fan that I deliver to, and I told him I really like Daniel Jones, man. I didn't expect him coming out of Duke. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I do too, man. But shoot, man, he needs so much, right? Like I like Sam Darnold, but he needs so much, man, to thrive. You know what I mean? Right. And he just doesn't have enough. But he'll beat you, man. He would do not go in there thinking that boy will not sling that ball on you, man. And Washington's defense is trash. I'm gonna take the Giants too, man. I'm gonna take them, man, by 3 points in this game. All right, Pop. Let's wind it down, man. Raiders versus Chargers. Who you taking?
Go to Raiders in that one.
You know, I'm going with the Chargers, man. I like this new quarterback that they got out of Oregon, man. I really like him, man. He's playing balls to the wall right now. I like that. I know that the Chargers have traded some players out, but he's still playing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think, man, they'll take this football and they'll win. I'm gonna take the Chargers in this one, man. It's gonna be a close game. All right, Dolphins and Cardinals. Who you taking? It's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a good one, but I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with Kyler Murray on this and stuff. I mean, okay. I yet to see my man, the quarterback,
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, Tua really do something. I mean, he had 90 yards passing last week, so I think he's probably a little more established right now than Kyler Murray's a little more established than Tua. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, you know, if Ryan Fitzpatrick was quarterback in this game, I probably would have picked Miami because he was rolling. I honestly think it was a bad decision for them to put Tua in the game right now. Totally Let him sit on the bench and learn, man. Let him learn for a year. You know what I mean? He's coming out of Alabama where they're a run-first team. Right. You know, he's worked because they've run the football well. You need to know how he is as a quarterback and give him time to acclimate. I'm going to take the Cardinals to win this game probably by a touchdown. Because Tua Tagovailoa either is going to have a really good game because the Cardinals defense is not all that good, or he going to have a, welcome to the NFL moment real quick. Like, so, all right, Pop, Saints versus the Buccaneers, man. This, I said the other game earlier, I alluded to the other game earlier. Was it the Seahawks and the Bills being the best game? This might be 1B. If there's a 1A, 1B, this might be 1B, man. The Saints and the Buccaneers, who you taking in this game?
I'm going to pick with my heart, man, because Tampa Bay just unloaded the wagon. Good luck to AD. Yeah. I hope you have a great game. But, hey, my Who Dat Nation got Michael Thomas back. I'm going to go with Who Dat Nation, Drew Brees, and Michael Thomas to win this game. And it wouldn't shock me if Tampa Bay blew them away. But I'm picking Who Dat Nation.
As much as I want to pick Drew Brees, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks. man, the Buccaneers are on a mission, man. When you get Bruce Arians, who's probably the most outspoken coach in the NFL, when you get him to swallow his pride and go sign AB, and then you move AB into your house, why? He got money, right? He can go get a hotel, he can go get a high rise somewhere, but so that you could throw him the ball every day, so that you could teach him that offense. Man, AB has stayed in shape. If you see his videos on Instagram, the dude is just, he takes care of his body, man. He gonna come out there. They gonna be slanging it. He gonna be the best receiver on the team because he's better than the boy out of G-ball,
oh yeah, no doubt.
Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? He's better than him. Mike Evans is a good receiver. You know what I mean? But he ain't no AB. And man, no, man, they finna come out there. The rich are getting richer, man. No, I want to go with Drew there, but I got to go with the Buccaneers in this game, man. I think it'll be, I ain't gonna even say high scoring, man, because that defense of the Buccaneers, man, is coming alive, man. I'm gonna pick the Buccaneers, man, by a touchdown, man. I think they win this game in the last stretch, though. All right, Pop. You know what I'm saying? If that was a 1A and 1B, this is definitely the 1C, and I am completely being facetious about this. The New England Patriots versus the New York JTS Jets. Who you taking Monday Night Football? What a way to end it with a bang.
Man, I'm happy for him, man, because my goodness, man, it's been a tough road here these last 3 or 4, 5 ball games and stuff. But yeah, we're going with Cam and the pass and stuff to get off the schneid.
Yeah, they'll get off the schneid, man. I'm a little melancholy, man, about what's happening to Cam this year. I really thought he was going. I didn't think he was going to come back and have an MVP season or anything like that, but I definitely thought he was going to be able to come back, be a formidable quarterback, probably win, the AFC East again with the Patriots. Especially with the defense, they have, but man, he ain't been getting the job done, man. He got all yoked up, put on like 30 pounds of muscle, and man, I forgot that movie, man. I think it's Batman Returns, one of them, the Black Knight, his butler was like, man, you doing all them push-ups for nothing, you know what I'm saying? And he got all yoked up, man, and it's for nothing, man. He just big for nothing, man, and he's not looking good at all. I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets benched for Jared Stidham. Yeah, but I'm still gonna take the Patriots in this game, Pop. So, hey, man, everyone that listen and watch this show, thank you so much, man. Look, share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family. Stick with us, the Solid Grip, man. We're gonna keep bringing you our flavor each and every week on Saturday at 5 o'clock. I always say that this show is the sugar for your Kool-Aid and not your tank, because look, man, we gonna bring you all flavors of us. We're gonna bring you lemonade, we're gonna bring you cherry, strawberry, all that, and definitely gonna put the sugar in the Kool-Aid to make it good. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep doing that, and y'all stick with us, man. So hey, Pop, man, before we get out of here, man, if you got any closing remarks, man, do so, man, and we'll jump on up out of here.
Just a couple things, Rich. I want to tip my hat to a couple of Baytown teams, football teams. First, Lee High School scored 21 points in the last 5 minutes of the game to beat Galveston Ball. Okay, that was incredible to me. I mean, incredible. And also, I got to tip my hat to Shannon Carter, my boss at Goose Creek Memorial High School, and the Goose Creek Memorial Patriots, who fought like the Dickens. I mean, we had to fight with everything in our body to take down the Ross Sterling Rangers, but we did it 15-14 in a hotly contested, big-time rivalry game at Star Wars Stadium. So tip off to my hat off to Coach Finn over at Lee and Coach Shannon Carter at Goose Creek Memorial.
Well, man, hey, congratulations to Goose Creek Memorial, man, for getting that dub versus a rival. That's one of the best dubs you can get, man, versus a rival. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, it'd be a couple fights break out either in the bleachers or on the field when you had them kind of games. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, glad they won that, man. Look, again, appreciate everybody for watching this show, man. We thank you so much, man. I promise you that we do. We want to continue to send this message out that we've been sending out, which is, man, stay safe out there, man. Get masked up. Yes. Understand that this thing is spiking again.
Yes.
Understand that we don't have anything that can encapsulate this thing and control it right now. I don't care if the flu is killing more people. I know the new numbers they put out now that the flu is killing twice the more people than coronavirus is. Nevertheless, man, you can get an influenza shot. You can't get no corona shot. So, man, look, y'all stay masked up out there, man. Don't just think about yourself, think about others, man. So, for me, J.R. Wilson, for my pop Ping Wilson, we are the Solid Grip. Signing out here. Thank y'all again for watching. Grace and peace to all y'all, man.